I bet your 19-month-old is so busy. The fact is, their brain is busy too. They're tuning into patterns and sequences and learning how to anticipate what is going to happen next. So, this is the Realist Play Kit for months 19, 20, and 21. It's also an important stage for gross motor skill development, especially balance and coordination. And so this wheel around town bus was specifically designed with those skills in mind. So most vehicle toys have static wheels that can kind of go just in a straight line. But this bus has wheels that articulate, kind of like skateboard wheels. So that means that as your child shifts their weight from one side to the other, the bus moves and turns along with them. This is a big deal because your child is learning so much about controlling their own body movements with this toy. And at this stage, children tend to grasp the top of a vehicle to move it around. So we've designed a handle on each side to encourage that whole body play. Instead of just like sitting and pushing the bus with one hand, they'll really have to get above it and behind it to make it move. And developing these gross motor skills helps your child get ready for the fine motor precision and dexterity that will come later. The peg people that come with the bus introduce early color matching and pretend play. Color matching is so much more than being able to just name colors. So it requires your child to recognize, sort, and categorize what they see, which are really early math skills. Your child can match each peg person color to the seat color and post them in place. Posting is one of those key fine motor skills where they poke something into a hole. It can be easy to overlook the value of early pretend play, but it is so foundational for building empathy. Your child can use the peg people to act out little scenes from everyday life. So they may really enjoy walking the people up the stairs and putting them in their seats. This combination of large and small muscle movement is particularly engaging for your toddler and can really hold their interest for a very long time. These are the Quilted Critter Pockets. We have 9 pockets, each with a little critter that matches and fits right inside. Children at the beginning of this age range are generally not able to match this quilted little critter to the exact pocket, but there is so much developmental value in taking a critter out of one of these pockets and successfully getting it back into any one of the pockets. So we recommend starting with the pockets on the floor so your child can grasp the critter and use both hands to stuff it back into the pocket. And they really like to stuff them all the way in. So they're deeply learning about this concept of object permanence. Like, I can't see this critter. It is hidden completely. They want it to totally disappear. This is likely a challenge for them, and they'll need sustained focus and persistence to get this job done. Next, you can hang this on a doorknob or a wall, and you can put all the little critters in a basket on the floor. And so your child will work to squat and stand up and pull open a pocket to push the critter in. And that motion of squatting and standing and working on the wall builds totally different skills than working on the floor. It's good for their whole body movement and their muscle building. So once they start matching a critter to its pocket, they'll build visual memory, pattern recognition, and concentration skills. This can also be a scientific learning activity. So we included vertebrates and invertebrates, and your toddler can learn to categorize each critter. And all these critters are sweet little stuffies to bring to bed or for imaginative pretend play. This is the really real flashlight. And the best part is that it feels really real to your child. They can walk around with it and push the button to turn the light on and off. They feel like they have their very own tool that really works. It's also a very soft light, so it's gentle on yours and your toddler's eyes, and it's shaped so that they can set it up like a lantern in their bedroom at night. So as they get older and when they're sleeping in their own independent space, they can have this on a bedside table next to them. And we found that this is such a great tool to give your child comfort if they have a fear of the dark. So they have their very own independent way to turn on and off a light and feel like they have that security. This Lockbox is a Montessori classic in the Montessori classroom that we've adapted and made even more fun for your home. So it has 4 different locks, and they all work in 4 different ways. The best part is that it's three-dimensional, so it's very much like a real-life lock. So you unlock a lock, open a door, and go inside somewhere, unlike one of those flat, lock boards that don't feel quite as real. They'll have so much fun opening and closing the locks and hiding things inside, like the little critters, rocks they find outside, or even snacks. So I once went on a trip with my kids. It was a road trip, and I brought this, and my kids passed snacks back and forth inside, and then it entertained them for such a long time. So they would open the lock and get the snack and relock something else for the other child. This is so great for extended independent play. Your child wants to do so many things. Most of the time, they really want to do the things that they see you doing every day. So pouring is a great example of that. This grooved pitcher and glass gives your child the opportunity to feel independent at the table, where they can have a little water in their pitcher and pour it into their very own cup. So we recommend starting with dry cereal or cotton balls in the pitcher on a tray for supervised practice pouring from one vessel to the other. They'll have to work hard not to spill, which will take them a little time to figure out that motor coordination and the hand-eye coordination and concentration to get it right. Then, we encourage you to bring this to the table for independent pouring and an opportunity to drink from an open cup. So open cups promote oral motor development and are recommended by speech therapists. This Geo Shapes Puzzle is the next progression in puzzle learning for 1-year-olds. Earlier this year, they played with that Circle of Friends puzzle, which helped them understand that there are different sizes of circles and that they could be organized by size and color. But now they're ready for 3-dimensional play. So this puzzle will challenge them to nest complex shapes, expanding their knowledge of how different things fit together. It progresses with your child. You can start with just the board and the 3 largest shapes, working to find where each one fits. Next, you can play with the smaller pieces on the floor, nesting the square into the square and the circle into the circle, and so on. And finally, you can mix up all the pieces for the most challenging play. Okay, I'm admitting it, this is my favorite book in the whole Play Kits experience because this is my little girl Bee and my husband and our pediatrician. We wanted to create a book that would help you navigate those everyday experiences that are so meaningful for your child. And sometimes they're very scary for them, so they can feel prepared. In this book, Bee goes to the doctor for a checkup, and she needs to get a shot during the appointment, and so she's a little worried. But it's over so fast, and she gets a prize for being so brave and realizes that it wasn't really so bad after all. So stories like this with real experiences and real photographs are empathy building for your toddler because your child can relate to what they see. This is such a great book for deeper social emotional learning. This play guide helps you understand what it's like to be a 19-month-old and the advanced thought processes that are starting to develop in your child's brain. It helps you to become a part of their learning process, which creates a really powerful and rewarding connection for both of you. I don't know how else to say it other than that it's so special and kind of magical to witness all of this learning. So enjoy this stage. It goes by so fast.